I spend over 5 figures to fly out to London and have this weird guy in Crocs completely roast my business for 72 hours straight. And today I want to share with you guys exactly what I learned so that you can learn this without having to spend much time and money. So let's get right into it. If you don't know me, my name is KJ and I'm trying to make $100,000, my first $100,000 ever online. I've been doing it for like the past year. We're not there yet, but we're making progress. So in last episode, right, we left off at a bank account total of $47,000. So almost halfway there. So will we pass halfway this time? I don't know. Let's figure out. And last month's revenue was $61,000 in a month, which was a record. So the big earth-shattering lesson that I took away from Charlie Morgan's mastermind. You ready for this? It's going to blow your mind. Feel the curiosity. You feel it running through your veins. What could this possibly be? It's going to be earth-shattering, right? Actually, it's that success is simple, but it's not easy. So let me explain. So like here's the goal that I now have for myself, which is $250K a month. If you guys are wondering what it's like to be at these crazy masterminds, I'm about to show you everything, okay? Like this is exactly what they told me. So, I mean, you just need to sit down and learn this stuff. It's crazy. So you say, what is your goal? Your goal might be $10K a month. Mine is $250K a month right now. And it doesn't matter like how big or small your goal is. Like guys, everyone's playing the same game. We're just at different levels. And so if you're starting now, then don't sweat it, bro. It's just a different level. And you're going to get here. So my goal though is $250K a month. Like this is my North Star. And what you must realize is the path to get your goal is super windy and it's dark and you can't see this path. Like this path doesn't exist. You can't just see it right now. All you have to do is focus on the next step. And so last episode we left off at $60K a month. I'm a long way off from $250K, but I don't know what this path actually looks like. I just got to focus on the next step, the step that's right in front of me, right here. I got to focus on doing what I must do. But the issue is trying to figure out what is that, you know? And Charlie gave an amazing example of saying like, we're almost like rock climbers. Like you're looking at the top of the mountain up here, the North Star, but you have to keep your eyes on where your feet and where your hands are placed or else you're going to fall and die. And so you always want to kind of like come up for air and look to make sure you're going in the right direction every once in a while, but you should be focused on these small things that actually lead to you reaching that goal. And so let's talk about that, right? You see, there are two types of people, okay? And so whenever you see this goal, you're probably like, KJ, what the frick, dude? Like your goal is supposed to be 100K in a year. And now you want to do 250K a month? This isn't even possible. What? Stop going to these woo-woo conventions. Look, guys, there's two types of people, okay? And if you look around, like you'll realize this. So you look at people like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, whether you love them or hate them, like this, you must realize this reality, okay? There are two types of people. One, those who are bound by the actual laws of physics, right? The laws of physics that bind all of us. And then two, those who are bound to the laws of gremlin physics, which is 99.999% of people, and you probably as well. If you're broke right now, then you are listening to this. You are bound by these physics. So the first people ask, whenever they have a goal, they're like, is this possible within the laws of physics? Yes? Dope. I can do it. Think about Elon. He wants to go to Mars. And I guarantee you, the scary part about that is that he's looked at the laws of physics and he said, can we go to Mars physically? Is it physically possible? And they looked at it and they were like, yeah, it is. We have to do all this crazy stuff, but like it's in the laws of physics, it's possible. So guess what? They're just doing it. They're just doing it. And here's these other people. So imagine this like money making as well. Has someone made $250K a month? Yes. Has a bunch of people done that? Yes. Is it very possible to do that with this business model? Yes, yes, yes. So I can do it. I can, guys, it's not that hard, right? It's very simple. You just need to realize you can do it. But here's the second people. This is where most people go wrong. This is what they sound like. I don't know who anyone personally who's done this. I can never do this because I'm a special snowflake and I have ADHD, autism, brain fog, and I'm not smart. I tried for 2 days and didn't make $1 million. Therefore, anyone making money online is a scammer. This is gremlin physics, okay? So they don't look at reality. They don't look at the actual laws of physics. They just base a crazy judgment like, oh, I don't know anyone who's made money online, therefore it's a scam. No basis in reality, right? Do not listen to gremlin physics because here's the reality. And I say this to help you guys, right? If tons of people have done it, then you can do it. Stop ruining your own life. You're the only one who's in the way of your life. Like we talked about that a lot. It's you are your worst enemy. The only reason you're not where you want to be is because of you, not anyone else. And so this should be super encouraging to everyone. And so now that we know that this is possible, like I can make $250K a month, you can make $250K a month, anyone can make $250K a month if they just stay on the path and focus on the next step. How do we do that? How do we focus on the next step? So here's my goal, $250K a month. Now what I should realize is that what I actually need to do is add $250K a month in value to the marketplace. So if I add value by solving problems and alleviating pain, I will receive $250K a month back. So this is what I need to focus on, because this will actually make me the money. Instead of just trying to take money out of everyone, I need to focus on adding value. And so what are the value components? Well, I've broken it down very simply into number one, who, which is the niche. And guys, this is exactly what we went over in this mastermind. It's like 6-figure a month entrepreneurs, like you're getting the sauce right here. So please pay attention for your own good. I don't care if you watch the video, go watch Mr. Beast if you feel like it. But if you're really trying to make money, like this is it. You must have who, the niche. Who are you going to serve? Who is the marketplace? Who are you going to add value to? Right? You must understand them. Number two, what is the problem? So these people that you're trying to add value to, what is their problem? Right? Number three, how? The solution. How are you going to solve this problem for these people? And then number four is volume and scale using systems. So what systems are you going to put in place to actually do these things at scale and to do a lot of it? So let me explain it really simply. So this is the market in pain pocket fractals. That's what I like to call these things. So here's the copywriter market, which is what I serve. These are the people that I serve, the problems that I solve. And if you look in the market, there's a lot of holes. This is a terrible representation, but I try to draw these holes as quick as possible. So here's the market as a whole. And then here are these holes in the market. So these are pain pockets. These are pockets of pain because the problem is causing pain across the whole market. And so what you got to understand is the same conditions that cause pain to form in one person's life causes the same problem to occur fractally across the entire niche. So like if one person bought Andrew Tate's $30 course and they learned how to copyright, or like they learned some frameworks, but they didn't actually learn how to get clients. They don't know how to actually fulfill clients. Now they have this massive pain formed. So they learned about copywriting. They know it's super valuable, but they don't know how to get clients. They don't know how to fulfill clients. They don't know how to write sales pages. Like this pain has spawned. And that same condition that you probably went through, that we all went through, has happened time and time again. Like it happens all the time. That's why you see all of these pain pockets here. And so it occurs fractally. But thank God for this. This is incredible. Because if we can solve this problem for 10 people, then we know we can solve it for 100,000. So it's like if you solve, let me get a different color here. Like if I solve this one right here, then that's amazing. Because now I know I can just solve all of them, which means huge money, right? And so like how do you actually do this? Well, it's going back to these components. First, we have to find initial conditions. So this is like solving that first pain pocket for the first time. So we have to find niche initial conditions, which basically means like, is the niche growing and do they have money? And a deeper one is, do you want to serve them? Like, is this someone that you actually want to serve? So because I love copywriters, because I was one myself and I just went through this transformation just a year ago, I understood that, hey, this niche is popping off. The copywriting is getting popular. There's a lot of money to be made there. It's a valuable skill. And people have money in the copywriting niche. Next, the problem initial conditions. It's like, what is the niche's burning problem in their eyes? So a lot of people in the copywriting niche, you guys probably included, you think your copy is all right. Like you genuinely think that your copy is not that bad. Your problem is that you can't get clients. That's why you can't make money. It's like, I just don't know how to get clients. I can't consistently get clients. If I just had a client, then I would crush. And I know this to be true, right? Because of looking at YouTube videos. Because if you go and look at the most popular copywriting YouTube videos, this is exactly what I did, by the way, to like check this off, is they're all talking about getting clients. That's it. How to get your first client, how to get your client masterclass, all this good stuff. Very simple. If this problem was solved, would it be very valuable? Well, yes. If I solve the problem of getting clients, then people can literally just hit 10K a month over the course of 6 months. Therefore, it's extremely valuable. And solution initial conditions is, can I actually solve this problem for 10 people? And this is what gurus do not do, by the way. Like a standard online guru, they don't actually solve the problem. And we'll talk about why that's a crazy thing in a second. But like, can I solve this problem for 10 people? And yes, I absolutely can. It's not a sales pitch, but if you want to see like the proof of this, you can go look at my my page, my book of call page in the description, and go to the testimonials. This is literally my initial conditions, is I solved this problem for 10 people and they were extremely happy. And so I know I can solve it for 100,000 because I solved it for 10. That's a good enough sample size. The next is systems IC, which is basically I need to have proven systems inside KPI. So hitting key performance indicators. So if I have an outbound system that's doing 2% like appointment booking rate, basically if I send 100 messages on outbound and I follow the process and I get 2 people to book calls, then that's in KPI. That's just an example. So I need to have systems in KPI. If I have all of these things, that is when the magic happens. So here's how it works. Here are the pain pockets inside of the copywriting market. You guys have no clients. You have no system to get and fulfill clients, which means there's a hole here. There's pain in the market. There's a hole. There's a value hole. This is causing pain, which causes you sadness. Now, if I show you how to acquire clients, if I acquire you as a client and then solve your problem, guess what? Now the value pocket is filled. I fill up the value pocket. It's gone. The pain is gone. You have clients, right? Boom, happy, and I make money. So this is the market when I'm done with it. It's solved. I want to solve all the pain in the copywriting market. That is my goal. That's how I hit $250K a month, is actually solving this pain. And see, the problem with most gurus is, what do, bro? They sell you, and they don't even solve your problem. And I know because I bought the copywriting courses and coaching and all that good stuff. And this is what it still looks like, because no one's solving it, which is why I'm going to take over. Because if you don't actually solve the problem, guess what? It doesn't change. Like that, you extract money out of the market, and the market hates you and gives you a bad reputation. And then this is what it looks like afterwards. You didn't actually solve the problem. And so I plan on solving it completely. And so to do this, to actually accomplish this, it requires insane simplicity and consistency. This is what you guys need to understand. At that mastermind, we talked about basics. Like a lot of the time, it's really the basics, right? The whole first day, we talked about nailing niche and offer. That's it. And so to do this requires insane simplicity and consistency. Why? Because here's your understanding. So if we have niche, if you have like the solution and what do we say? Niche, solution, like systems, and niche, solution, problem, systems. Like your understanding of these things goes like this over time, each one of them. So like this is how you make money exponentially. It's because the more I understand the niche, the more I can acquire clients. The more I understand the problem, the more I can acquire clients, the more I can solve it. The more I understand the solution, and the better I work on the solution, the better results it gets. And then the more I work on my systems, the more they like compound. So this is how you get insane income. That's how I hit $250K. And the problem here is like you need to have one niche, one product, bulletproof systems. That is it. That is literally it. If you understand your niche, you have a great product and great systems, you just scale to the moon. It's just math after that. And if like the issue is like if something is fricked at $20K a month, it'll be turbo fricked at $250K. That was a lesson they drilled really hard. If you have a problem with your support at $20K a month, it's going to be absolutely horrendous at $250K. So this is why bulletproof systems is so key. And all I'll be doing, as you'll see, is be working on some systems going forward. So how do we get to $250K a month? Here's the fun part. This is the money math. So the goal, $250K a month. If we divide that by 4K, which is my product, right? So Copy Elite has all the information and resources, coaching calls 4 times a week, and insane community and support, that's worth 4K. And, I'm actually going to be changing it to 5,700 once the new version of the product is done. But for now, 4K, right? So I need 65 new clients a month. Well, how do I get those new clients? If I have 65 clients at a 20% close rate, that means I need to take 325 calls. So conduct that many calls a month. If I want to get that many calls taken, I have to have 540 calls booked with 60% show rate. So how do I do this? Well, if I use YouTube, I need to book 7 calls a day, giving me 210 calls booked. Doing IG systems, I need 5 booked calls a day, giving me 150 calls booked. And then YouTube ads, I need to book 130 calls booked. So that might sound like a lot, but if you have a great system and you continue to improve it and crank volume and consistency, this will happen over time. And so here's like what the value system looks like overlaid with these numbers. So I have an input here. I have person and niche with pain. This is where that like pain pocket is from. I need to get 540 calls booked on the acquisition side using those systems to actually get this. Then I need to actually take 325 calls taken in conversion, and I actually need to get 65 new clients, and I actually need to have 65 happy clients. This is where so many gurus get it wrong. I have to actually solve the problem. If you buy my stuff and I completely solve your problem and you make more money than you spent on my in like 4 to 6 months, you're going to be satisfied. You're going to be thrilled. Like all the guys in my testimonials, like they're freaking happy. They're like, this changed my life forever. And the problem is that every system has to be able to handle that volume, or I can kiss the goal goodbye. Like if I can't take 540 calls in the front end, then I'm fricked. Or if I can't book that many, I'm fricked. If I can't take that many, I'm screwed. If I can't close that, if I can't acquire 65 new clients and actually onboard them, then like it doesn't even matter. And then if I can't deliver, if I can't make 65 happy clients, then I'm never going to hit that money, like that much money. This is why you can't do one-on-ones forever, right? Because imagine having one-on-ones with 65 people a week. Like it's not possible. I mean, maybe, but you're going to run yourself dry really quickly. And so based off the numbers, we have the to-do list. And so the numbers reveal the to-do list. So number one, build systems that can handle volume and scale. Like this is the first point. If I have to make these systems bulletproof before I put scale into it, because all scale is volume, just cranking numbers. And I have to have systems that actually work to get that to work. Number two is I have to over deliver like freaking crazy on product. This is where everyone goes wrong because it's the hardest thing to do. But I've been working like a dog, just like insane on the product. I'll show you guys at some future point. But I want to completely rebuild the thing from the ground up using all this new knowledge and like 50 hours of just in-depth training on how to actually think through these problems and then give away templates, all that good stuff. You guys will see in the future. And then number three, crank volume through current proven systems. And so once I fix the systems and build new ones that can volume and scale, then I over deliver like freaking crazy on product. This will probably take like 4 months, by the way, so that'll be long enough. And then three, crank volume through current proven systems. So the systems that I already have that are working, things like YouTube, the Instagram, email, things like that, I just crank volume. I really bring them up to scale. Number four is hire closer number two once number one is maxed out. So if I'm taking 325 calls, I'm going to have 2 closers. So I'm going to have to bring on another one to help Chris, who's cranking it right now. He's killing it. But only once number one is maxed out. So once we fill up Chris's, I can bring on another one. Then 5, build and master YouTube ad system. So like these are the systems I currently have in place, which is the YouTube and Instagram inbound. I need to build Instagram outbound and then master YouTube ads. So that'll be like my goal. So I need to break these macro to-dos into micro to-dos. And so I've already done this. And so this is how you get to these crazy goals, guys. This is exactly what Charlie and them did. This is exactly what they told us to do, is once you have these macro to-dos, break these down. So for me right now, what I did this week is I was building SOPs for my team, restructuring the team structure, the payments, giving them step-by-step documents with every single thing they have to do. So they don't have to ask questions and nothing goes wrong. They just do it. And then building systems inside of the product for support, all that stuff. Like as far as building crazy on the product, I'll write out like each module I need to make inside of each course I need to make and structuring like which course to release first and resources. Like this is what you just turn these macro into micro to-dos. And the biggest thing here, once you have your micro to-do list, you know what to do. Like you can just do it. Literally, that's all you do. You cannot have time frames. No time frames. I know this is ironic because this is a series where I'm trying to make 100K by the end of the year, but I set that a long time ago and I don't really care about it anymore. But the key is to have no time frames because there's only 4 ways that I don't hit this goal. The first way is I die. And that honestly wouldn't be a terrible option because like I believe in Jesus and I would be ecstatic to go be with God and be off the painful earth. But we're not going to worry about that one because that's not in my control really. Number 2, I set a time frame and I get discouraged and I quit. That's option number 2, which is why you cannot have time frames because who are we to dictate what outputs we get from the universe? We can't. It's not possible. All you do is do the inputs. You just execute every single day ruthlessly and don't worry about the output because that you can't control it. You just work on inputs. So this is the last thing you want to do is set a time frame. Do not set a time frame ever. Just set the goal and work hard every day like you want to do it, like you want to accomplish it tomorrow. But don't set a time frame. Number 3 is I give in to shiny objects instead of sticking to the path. This is where almost all of you guys go wrong. Like this is it. Getting to this point is simple. Like if you want to make 10K a month with copywriting, bro, you just decide the niche, who you're going to help, figure out an offer that makes your like services sound great, and then build a system to actually get those people on calls and close them. And then you just do that. Like that's all you have to do. The problem is you want to watch these videos, you want to come over here and like try this new system, you want to try this new niche, new offer, you actually looking into affiliate marketing. Like all of these branches come off the path and you just get completely lost. You don't do anything. You end up just procrastinating. Right? So that's how I can get messed up. I don't really fear that one. I don't have any problem with that. But currently. But the shiny objects keep getting bigger and bigger, so it's a little bit of a problem. And number 4 is listening to gremlin physics. So I don't know if I might show this to you guys actually, like, and I see a lot of your guys' comments, but like look at my YouTube. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. If I go to my channel, I'm going to get spammed by KJ. There we go. And I go to a video. Look at the comments. There are no comments. I can't see anything. I don't want any gremlin physics because the comments are 99% gremlin. It's like think about you guys who are watching this all the way to the end. How many times do you genuinely comment on a video? Like in your life? Probably like almost none. Most of you never. Like I never comment on videos ever, unless it's like a really emotional victory someone had and I want to hype them up. Like I never comment because only gremlins comment. So don't ever listen to Gremlin Physics. I don't have comments. I don't have any inputs from anybody who I do not allow into my head. And I don't plan on doing any of these. Lord willing, hopefully I don't die. If I do, love you guys and read the Bible. But new monthly metrics. So based off this, we've changed everything, right? I'm not just tracking views and all that garbage because it doesn't matter. So here are the new metrics regarding the goal. First is total calls booked. So how many calls do I actually book each month as we ramp up to that goal? How many calls does Chris take or do I take? How many calls do we close? What percentage of these? How much new revenue do we collect? How much new cash is collected? And that'll be like AOV percentage as well. And then cash collected from payment plans. And then bank account total, just to kind of keep with the series. So if you're wondering how we did in the classic metrics, we did 71,000 views on main channel, 44,000 on raw channel because we stopped doing shorts. And then, so we added 6K views. Income per month this month was $61,341. So we added almost $300. I did not think this would happen at all because we stopped like selling. We just literally worked on product. That's all I did all month, which is insane because it goes to show you why product is so important. So we did 38,000 just from coaching, really 40,000 because there's PayPal as well, and then 20,800 from school. School is still doing 18K per month, which is insane. That just goes to show you how like a good product is. I don't have the links to this anywhere besides old videos, and it's just selling like crazy. And so we ended up with the bank account total of $41,413. If you're wondering how I made 60K and ended up losing money from last episode, well, guess you're going to have to tune in to the next episode to see what I bought. So anyways, love you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And leave a comment on what you learned, and I won't read it because I don't listen to the comments. So see you guys later.